Inspired leader. I am sitting with a question that I want to share with all of you. And the question is, what do you want? What do you want? That can be a pretty challenging question for us to answer. And for women, I think we're socialized to not answer that question, to avoid that question because we are conditioned to think first about what other people want and what their needs are and make sure their needs are met. Or um, we haven't actually given ourselves permission to ask ourselves what we want. Or we let other people decide what they want from us and we give them what they want from us. So I've noticed the profound impact this question has in a coaching conversation and how it creates this like pause and almost a sense of feeling lost, and then a sense of frustration and anger that the answer just isn't coming. So for myself, I've been asking myself that question, Diane, what do you want? And challenging myself to actually answer that question, whether that's in kind of a day-to-day, even family context. What do I want for dinner versus what does everybody else want for dinner? Or right now, I'm thinking a lot about what do I want my business to look and feel like? What do I want my days to feel like? And I've actually got on a flip chart over here, almost a year ago, I put together a list that has two columns. And on the one side is what do I want more of? And on the other side is what do I want less of? And I'm actually really, I mean, that has been a guide that I've been paying attention to, but not fully living into. And in 2025, I really want to live more into the wants, what I want more of and what I want less of. So in the weeks ahead, I'll unfold that. What does that look like? What's the more of and what's the less of? For me, simply to inspire you to think about it for yourself. So my invitation challenge for you today is to maybe put a flip chart up on the wall. And on one side, put what do you want more of? And on the other side of the flip chart, or maybe a whole different flip chart, what do you want less of? And just start to answer those two questions and put your answers on the flip charts and just see what emerges. I think the first important step is just to give yourself permission and space to ask the question and see what emerges. This is really part of the fuel that's driving me so clearly to this focus and passion for midlife female leaders. Because I think it's time for us to ask ourselves, what do we want? What do we want our leadership to look like? What do we want our life to look like? How do we want to feel every day? And that it's our time to ask ourselves that question and to answer it and then live it. If you're interested in becoming more inspired, maybe more educated about this unique phase in our lives, then join us for our free masterclass on Friday. Katie Branter and I had a great session on Friday, putting together the content. We have over 130 women signed up for this masterclass. I know not everyone can make it live, and if that's the case for you, just sign up and get the recording. It's free, there's no cost, no obligation. Really, we're putting this together because we want to show up for women right now, and we want you to feel seen and supported and maybe get a little bit closer to the question and the answer. What do you want at this stage in your life? All right, I'll leave you with that. Hope it evokes maybe a little bit of discomfort and hopefully a few ideas. Enjoy.